Hey Mark, and Jason, how you doing? Eager beavers for the non-important tennis stream that is tonight. Let's get on with it. We've got maybe 4 more tournaments, I think, to do. So if I can get a chunk of them done tonight, that means we can finish this tomorrow, and then no more tennis. And I think we just done the quarter-final yesterday against Gustafsson. So now we're against Petra Korda. Or Peter Korda, whatever his name is.
1-0, Korda 0.
Kind of keen match about tennis to skip one. I don't think me telling you is making a difference. It's true though, it's true. You're here for the Sonic tunes. Thank you for being here. This is quite this is like I can't pretend. This is quite honestly going to be the most, what's the word, perfunctory stream ever. Nothing exciting. Well, I mean, maybe the conversation will be exciting. Unskippable. It's definitely skippable. It will conclude with me being a little bit further into the tournament. I mean, to be honest, I could have told you the last, like, 8 streams have been skippable. But don't miss tomorrow. You live a perfunctory life, so this is perfect. Well, there you go. It's called reverse psychology. It's called reverse psychology / pity party as we endeavour on our... I mean, you know, I'm 54 hours in. I don't know how to spin it anymore. I've ran out of, like, please come and watch me play the same fucking tennis game for yet another 4 hours. Come and talk to me. Next go live. No. No. Everybody needs to come tomorrow. I don't want to finish. Can you imagine? I'd have to do like 60 hours of this to finish it and nobody's there. That has happened. It's depressing. Well, it's not been quite that bad, but I do remember Roger Clemens when I did that one, and we thought it was the final, and there was quite a lot of, I think, sort of a build-up, and it was the final, loads of people showed up, and it ended up not being the final. And then when it actually was the final, I think there wasn't really that many people here. Because we had that, you know how baseball has that habit of doing you win, and then it's like, and now for the World Series. And I realised I had to do another best of 7, and it was like already midnight, and I was like, oh, well I can't, I've got to go to bed. So, nobody's around yet. I mean, that's sort of, you know, sometimes that's just natural or whatever, but it was like people showed up for what was supposed to be the final. I myself thought it was the final. I got dead excited, finally won the game, and it was like GG, finally, like it was about 48 hours I think into it at that point, maybe 45, and it was like, woohoo, it's finally over. And then, I mean, pretty much this already happened with this tennis game, you know. And when I finished the year of 1995, and we were all like, yay, GG, 25 hours in, like, oh boy, that was long. And then it was like, and now on to 1996, and it was like, oh, okay. See you in 50 hours. And here we are. It's the sports games, they do that to you. They do that a lot. Because, I mean, other games, you can't always know whether you're going to finish it or not, because there's difficulty spikes and who knows what's going to happen. But sports games, as long as they don't get all, like, crazy, you can generally gauge, like, well, there's this amount of games left and it roughly takes me X amount of time to finish. It's like, I pretty, unless the game suddenly goes absolutely bananas in the final, which I don't think it would do. I don't see any logical reason for it to do so. Unless, or I get like sick and have no energy tomorrow. This is definitely ending tomorrow, just by how much time it's going to take me. I don't have enough time to finish it tonight. I knew that already, because I've only got, you know, about 3 hours after work, and it's going to take me about 6 hours to finish this. I think 7 maybe. Maybe more, maybe about 8 hours. So that's why I want to get as much done as I can tonight, so that tomorrow can be like, I'll just do it until I sleep. Done. But maybe it'll be a bit shorter, because I am getting a lot better at most of the AI profiles now. Game will open. No, it will not. It will not. If it does, I will draw a line. Because I am under authority that it is ending after the year 1997. That is what I have been told by a review that I read on the internet. The only evidence, really, though, I haven't seen any proof, but I take their word for it. They seem to know the game very well. Because they were complaining about the fact that in those 3 years, it's pretty much the same game. This person is a right idiot. He keeps hitting it really short. I just keep thinking for it. Can you imagine? Hey, wouldn't you have to, like, age? Yeah, I was a little bit late because I had to do some Bluesky posting as usual, but that it required a bit of a photoshopping tonight. I'm only like 5 days into it, and I'm already like struggling, especially after work, to think of something to post. I shouldn't have committed to every single day. We need to discover more gay topics in Mega Drive games. I need to finish tennis so that I can find more interesting games to post about on Bluesky, because I'm going to be dipping into desperation of just going into the wrestling game soon. I did get followed by my first Lily today, though, on Bluesky. I feel like I've made it. If anybody doesn't know what that's on about, there's some like bots or something that have been following everybody. They're all called Lily, and they're all this like girl who claims to be like 18, and they've all got the same profile picture. They're all called like Lily.
Game won by player 1. Player 1.
What, being followed by Lily? It was me. Yeah, I've changed my Bluesky. I've changed my Bluesky name at the moment, but it's me. Or is it? I was half thinking like I should just make my own, like, a new Bluesky account, but I can't be bothered. Too lazy. We don't have the only 2 people on the planet will ever beat this game. Not even the devs have completed it. I can believe it, you know. I mean, there are the other people that do console challenges, like playthroughs. Sorry, I don't even really like to use the word challenge, but whatever. Console playthroughs. But I'm not sure if they did it, to be honest. I'm not sure if they were aware. Or at least, I think one person maybe I know of, I think maybe just did a short playthrough. Like a different mode. But the others, it's kind of awkward because I don't want to inform somebody and be annoying. Like maybe they do know secretly and don't want to know, I don't know. But maybe they just don't know that it carries on. Because it's an easy assumption to make that you would assume that after year 1995, because it's just repeating the same content, you think, well, bugger it, I'm done then. Like we nearly did, but me being a fool, I googled about it and then discovered that actually no, it does have an ending if you do years 96 and 97. I don't know who's the bigger idiot, really. Probably me. But I did have a look out of curiosity, because people post their spreadsheets like I do publicly, and looking at some of the finish times for this game, there's no way that people did 3 years of it. Not in like 20 hours. It's just, it's even winning 6-6 every game, I don't think you could do 3 years in 20 hours, really. It'd be a squeeze.
Double fault. Set point. Set point.
There we go. But yeah, we may well end up being one of the few people. That's also why I'm morbidly fascinated with it. I want to see, you know, what goes on.
Player 1, 0, Corda, 0.
Oh.
Love 15.
I feel like this is probably going to take up the majority of tomorrow's stream, and then I suppose we've got test drive to fall back on, but then after that, I don't know, what do we do next? Put a price for sure to see the different full screen picture with maybe some text. I'm hoping it'll just be, I've said before, but I'm hoping that there will be a congratulations screen. The review said something about it will say you are the greatest or something. If you do, because there's 2 endings apparently. Like if you don't come out number 1, you get a different thing or something. Which is weird because it's like, did they play it twice for 3 years? Like, who are you? But they didn't say anything else. I'm hoping there's a staff role. That would make me very happy. But knowing me, there'll be nothing. Oh, I'm very tired today though, because I had to do extra work and so I didn't have a proper break, so no nap for me today. Oh my goodness. Need to make sure to get my beauty sleep tomorrow.
Corda, 1, player 1, 0.
Do 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 do. This is such a jam. For lunch yesterday, due to production issue and it being exam time, you don't usually get a nap though. I need one. I just have nothing else to do, so I just go lie down and play some like noise in my headphones so I don't have to hear the sounds of work. We usually get like half an hour nap or something. I used to try not to, like I'd play my PSP or read a book or something, but at the moment, because I've been streaming late, it's a vicious cycle where I need a nap. Working from home, I wish I could work from home. I would love a job that was work from home. Although, not in this home, I would need another home. I wouldn't want to work on this sofa
Game won by player 1.
all day. I would need a proper station. But I would love to work from home. People that say, like, I love people that work from home that try and convince you that like that it's somehow like not as good. I'm just like, oh, shut up, shut up.
Player 1,
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's like, you know, I don't get any exercise. Well, you could just go for a fucking walk after work. Do you know what I mean? Like nobody's stopping you getting out the door. Yeah, they're all fucking liars. Oh, it's not social, blah blah blah. Like, meet other people. I go to work and it's not social. You know? You can be unsociable and still have to go to work. Or like, you know, oh, it's depressing not having like talking to people and seeing people. Like, I like going into the office every so often. It's like, yeah, when it's sunshine, you don't like going to the office like me, you know, when it's in the middle of winter and it's pissing it down with rain and it's like -3 degrees and it's 8 o'clock in the morning and you got to do your commute to work. Tell me then about how like you wish you weren't like working from home. If work is your only social life, it's a different problem. Yep. I mean, I can understand, you know, like human contact and not being lonely or whatever, but like, I don't know. It can be social after work. I would love to work at home. Because I just do, like, I'd love to be able to do things, like, on my break time, like just cooking dinner or something, so I don't have to do it later. Or anything like that. Or just, even like, the amount of people that are like just, I mean, here, right now, maybe. Some people that are here right now and they're technically working from home, but they're just like chilling, listening to like a Twitch stream or something like that. I can't do any of that when I'm at work.
Love 15.
Phone has to be pretty much in my bag. put the washing on. Yeah, things like that, you know. Oh, stop it. You make me so jealous. See, I have to do all that crap at the weekend because I've no energy when I get home from work. Because I get home from... Because it's a commute time as well, you know. I'm pretty much out the house from... every day from like 8:30 till like 7:30 every day. I'm out. Well, no, not 8:30. Maybe 9 o'clock. No, 8:45-ish, but anyway, whatever, you get the point. And then I don't get home, and then when I get home, I also need to have like a wash. I need to make food, eat it, have a food coma, wash, and then I'm trying to get settled down to do a stream. Twice a week, don't be too jealous. Even 2 days would be lovely.
Player 1, 3, quarter, 1.
The only thing I think that would suck about working from home is I would imagine it would increase your bills because I'd be at home using my air conditioning and things like that. My electricity.
15,
And I'd probably eat and drink more, maybe. So, but then again, I don't know. I suppose I'd save in other ways. As I'm missing out on without Friday afternoon work drinks. I don't even get to go for things like that anyway, so... I'm just at Boomer Brain. But I don't think that's anything to do with working from home. I think that's sort of just a cultural change. I don't think the world is necessarily wired in the same way that it used to be. Late alcoholics who don't want to go home. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that is anything to do with people working from home. I think it's just the way society's changed, that people don't go clubbing as much anymore. They do different things. The pub culture in the UK is dying, is what I hear. And I don't think it's anything to do with work, it's just young people. Well, yeah, it's too expensive for a start. It's much cheaper to drink at home, or at a friend's house. People don't go and sit in pubs all night. But also, I think technology and things have changed. Like, probably when my parents, when I was younger,
Game won by player 1.
it would be you go to the pub to socialise because you don't have a phone to message everybody all the time. You want to go in and just unwind from your day and chat to your friends. I mean, what am I doing right now? Essentially, this is my going to the pub almost. Like, I'm just burning off some steam after work, having a chit chat and doing whatever, but you'd do that in the pub having some drinks, except I do it at home and it's free.
Love 15.
And I don't drink. I just drink coffee. Even if I'm not streaming, like just watching somebody else for a bit. Hanging out watching you playing Mean Bean Machine like last Saturday was just like a nice chill out in my own home. It's also good for people that don't necessarily feel always great physically, like for whatever reasons, disabilities or whatever. Going out can be like hard work. Recently hit 18, drinking is such a big thing. Yeah, I think it might also it's just a cultural shift, I guess, because I mean, I presume Australia's probably quite similar to the UK. We have similar laws, don't we? Isn't it 18 as well?
30, 40.
Like, we're sort of programmed in the UK, I don't know about now, but we were programmed, like 18, woohoo, drinking, party, yeah, like, that's what you do, 18th birthday, go out and get wasted, or beforehand, but, get on the beers, get on the beers legally is what it was.
Love. Match point.
Stop drinking dirty cider. White Lightning.
Game, set, and match won by player 1.
I think a lot of it is just how you socialise and stuff, because you don't want to sit at home around parents and stuff, but I used to go to the pub a lot when I was younger. Mostly with friends though. I never did the pub thing where you go to like a local. I think my generation changed that quite a bit too, because the difference with like my dad's generation and so on, it would be like you had your local and everybody went there. It was like a social thing. Everybody who's friends with each other would all go to the same place and they rarely went anywhere else. It was just that one pub for years and years and years, and you get new people coming and going, I guess, but everybody knew everybody and it was a big social thing. Whereas for me and my friends and stuff, it's like we don't want to go to that pub because that's where our parents are and everybody that knows us and whatever, so we'd try and go somewhere else, and especially once like friends could drive and stuff. I used to go to the pub for like some wine and chat with my friend. We used to go to different places though, and we used to try and like find like nice out of the way places and stuff, like we just had a good atmosphere and things. But I've reached an age now where like when I go and back at Christmas and stuff, I generally would rather just sit at my friend's house and have a glass of wine than sit in a pub, because it's just a bit more effort to sit like at an uncomfortable table indoors somewhere with like proper clothes on and stuff, whereas I can just sit at my friend's. Like I usually go and stay at my friend's house and we'll like get in pajamas and drink some wine and some gins and sit up and watch some movies and chat and stuff, and then she's got a guest bedroom, I can just go to bed after that. That's so much nicer than like going out and sitting in bars and things for me. And even here in Japan, that's what I generally do when I'm going on the weekends. If I'm going to socialise with my friend, I'll usually go to his place and I mean we don't really drink, but we'll just watch movies and eat some nice food, sit up till 3-4 in the morning watching like trash on TV, rinse and repeat. He tends to cook me some nice food, which is always welcome. That's a bus full of dickheads. That too, yeah, because yeah, that's the other nice thing. You know, when you're around someone else's place, you don't have to deal with other people that you don't like or don't know, or just whatever. But I mean, you do miss that. I suppose you do sort of close yourself off, though. I think I get quite easy with that living in a different country, but you tend to not ever meet anybody that way. Don't make new friends, which I guess is a bit of a problem. I'm guilty of kind of doing nothing for the last like however many years really. COVID made me really comfortable with just sitting in and doing nothing a lot of the time, and Twitch enables that even further, but I don't know. I mean, I'm sort of happy, I guess. I probably should adjust the balance a little bit maybe in the future, but try and go out a little bit more. But then I also feel like I've met a lot of people. Thank you for the follow. I feel like I've met a lot of people just from here, you know, like yourself and other people, which is quite nice. I feel like I've made some pretty good friends. I don't believe that everybody that you interact with on Twitch is a friend, but you know, there's a couple of people that I do get to know quite well.
Love 15.
I think you'd lose your mind otherwise.
Love 30. Left first service. Love 30.
But yeah, I got the insular probably since my, I don't know.
Game won by player 1.
Oh, darn.
Come on! Player 1, 2, Martin, 0.
It's also been nice for me to kind of be just sort of in touch with people back home, even though I do know a lot of Australians and Americans, but it has been nice to be able to just socialise with and keep a little bit in tune with the UK, because I don't live there and I haven't lived there for so long.
30, love.
It's nice to that's why I particularly like watching Angel Interceptor, because it's nice to talk to people that share the same memories I have, the same culture, because my friends here are I don't have any British friends here really. that I see regularly. I do have like one or two, but like one of my best friends is American, so we don't have necessarily the same childhood memories. It's nice to share differences, but sometimes it's also nice to just talk to somebody that remembers everything. Obviously, I've got my friends back home, but a lot of the time they're at work while I'm not, with the time zones. But it's good for that, and then also video games being one of my big hobbies. It's nice to talk to people that like games. What's the next Sonic game for you? Will you be continuing Mean Bean, or are you doing something else next for a bit?
Love 15.
Did Mrs. Machine Gun enjoy playing on Twitch with you? I'm surprised she was actually on it, like properly, not just a voice this time. She loved it. It was a good time.
Come on! 30 all. Fault. Double fault.
Damn.
30 fault.
Oh no, not damn though, because it's a double fault. That's fine.
Game won by player 1. Player 1 for Martin 0.
You'll have to do it every so often as a thing. Maybe do a Puyo Puyo series playthrough. Or something else.
Love 15.
We'll get her on her own channel doing some, was it Brats? Part of the kids who want to make their own show, so let's set up for them.
15 all.
Oh, I was gonna say. I was like, what?
30 15.
Move the circles up. Oh, they like doing movie things.
40.
I remember I wanted to make one of those movies with, you know, like stop animation. It didn't go very far. I think I've been watching... What was that TV show that used to be on Cartoon Network?
Game won by player 1.
Oh my god. I keep wanting to say Zap, but it wasn't Zap. Oh, it was a really niche, sort of weird thing, and it had... I was like getting slightly probably too old for it, but I watched it anyway. It had figures in it. Early Morning Moon Law? Moon Law? Moon Law? I'm confused. What have I been dropping?
Martin 0. Player 1 5.
Action League Now! I'm glad you know. I think it was that, yeah? The stop motion... Yes. 1995. Okay, it's actually older than I thought. Action League Now. I haven't thought about that in years. I remember watching that. I wanted to make like my own stop motion thing. That was so funny. Although, I bet if I rewatched it, it's cringe as fuck. What's the Early Morning Moon Law?
8. 15 love.
But yeah, Action League Now. I wanted to do something like that. I remember me and my friend made our own comic once briefly
15
too.
all.
Like made an issue. I think, does every kid do that? Make a comic.
Come on. 30.
Oh! I see. He made a comic.
15.
I think it's just a phase, isn't it? I remember copying the, you know, the Mr. Man. I had a Mr. Perfect book, and I remember copying it, the whole book, for some stupid reason. I thought it was a good idea to copy the drawings and write it all. So I wanted to make my own book, but I had the original ideas. How are you, by the way, G? What were you doing today? I didn't even. Oh, you did. How did your Streets of Rage Mania difficulty go?
Player 1, 5, Martin 1.
You know, I didn't want to be a Debbie Downer in your stream, so I sort of held my tongue a bit. But God blimey, that Final Fantasy Tactics announcement. I just looked at it and thought it looks really blah. The graphics just look so lazy. It looks like it's just been lazily upscaled. Is this just the era that we live in now? I like the idea of them adding voice acting or whatever, but I'm not really very impressed with how it looks. I'd rather just play with the pixels. Lost too many lives to Arbear. I was on the fence of using Arbear in yesterday's the Bluesky post about bears on the Mega Drive, but I really wanted to not use villains for that. That was the whole point. I was really struggling to pick like neutral or good people for that post. I didn't want the stereotype that like bears are villains or whatever, because I mean, unfortunately, when you try to like pick out like LGBT trivia from video games in the 90s, they're generally all like villains and the butts of jokes. So I was trying my hardest not to pick anybody that was like a caricature.
Game and set 1 by.
But yeah, I was thinking about Streets of Rage. People pay for upscales. Oh, but people pay for anything. People pay for overpriced whatevers.
Player 1.
$200 collector's editions?
Fault.
Translation being used. Oh no, I read that too. I mean, I vaguely know them from Bluesky, so you know, I just feel like whatever. If that's the way you feel, that's fine. But personally, I think the War of the Roses translation's better. But I guess it's hard when you're messing with people's nostalgia. You know, if they grew up with a particular version, you don't really want it changed, even if it is perhaps not as good. I don't remember the original being that bad though, because that's the version that I played, but I have looked at it since, and I know who did I mean, I don't know them personally, but I know who did the War of the War of the Lions translation, and they are an outstanding translator, isn't it? It's the person that did Vagrant Story, I'm pretty sure. And did they do Xenogears? Can't remember now, but I'm pretty sure it's the one that did Vagrant Story, and yeah, they know what they're doing. Hey Barface. Like Viper. I mean, sometimes at the same time too, just on the previous conversation, I also want to just embrace that, because I don't know, I can, on behalf of like being gay anyway, it doesn't bother me much. I mean, I don't think we need to bring those things back, but it's like the villain Ash in Street Fighter 3. Streets of Rage 3. I think it was a wise decision to perhaps remove him, and we don't need modern games to do things like that, but it doesn't hurt me that that exists. And when I play Streets of Rage 3, I'll very happily play that version, and I'll just laugh at it. I'm really not too bothered about it, but I can't always talk for everybody else's pain and how they feel, but me personally, I'm not really bothered.
15 all.
Social drought, that doesn't bother me much. I do wish they went at least the Oxford. I just wish that they just remastered it and made it look crispy and nice. It looks kind of like smeared with Vaseline as well. I thought it just looked like a weird filter upscale. Achieve something tonight? What have you achieved? You need to pay a bit of money around.
15. 30 all.
Updated Mednafen. Oh.
40 30.
Have you never considered just getting, if you love the Saturn, have you ever considered just getting one? And one of those doohickeys? Obviously I know it's not a small purchase. I have no idea about any of that.
advantage, Martin.
I don't know how much you'd be bothered about the Saturn library though.
Won by Martin.
Jody! Work time. A user unfriendly. I dabbled with one years ago. I don't remember which one I used. It would have been about 15-20 years ago, and it seemed okay for what I was playing. Saruka. I've heard there's some incompatibility though. I don't know if it's been fixed. I think if I was doing one, I'd do the other choice.
Hey. 30 love.
But I think it depends what you want to play.
40 love.
Didn't work. I have that now, by the way.
Hey.
I might actually.
Game won by
I should probably play it at some point. I mean, now I've had it for quite a while, but for a long time I was looking for it. Well, not looking for it. It was always there, but every time I saw it was either like damaged or overpriced, and I was being a real stickler for not paying more than like 3,000 yen for it. Thank you, nice boys.
Player 1. 1 Martin. 2.
Why? Thank you, but why? Hey, Buckplugged. I'm confused. What brought on the bits and the why?
15
It sucks so bad. Oh, why did I get it? Yeah, you obviously said you didn't like it. I didn't realise you didn't like it that much. I think it looks cute.
Ace.
If you say Shater, but with everything you loaded, yeah, that's what I'd probably go with. It does look cute. I mean, I played it to test it worked for like 15 minutes. I thought it looked okay. Really? I thought it looks nice. Wow. I thought you just like weren't keen on it. I didn't know you were like had that much of a problem.
Ace.
Maybe I'm glad I didn't pay too much for it.
30.
I mean, we're literally discussing this while Bubsy music's playing though, so I have a very low threshold.
Game won by player
No, that's the
1.
wrong way around. I have a very high threshold.
Martin. 2. Player 1. 2.
Bum, bum.
Ace. 15 love. 15 all.
Was it the controller you used, I wonder? What type of controller are you using when you play Saturn stuff? It's because it seems like it's got awkward control schemes. You played it in Japanese though, right? I mean, I wonder if it was also just a bit cumbersome.
30 all.
PS4 controller. Maybe it doesn't map very well with like, because you're supposed to have 6 buttons in front of your thumb and 2 shoulder buttons.
Game won by player 1.
Whereas the PlayStation would only have 4. Because it looked like it was an odd controlling game. Respawning enemies in no health pickups coupled with low health but never. Oh no, can't be doing with that. See what I saw of it, you seem to be enjoying yourself, but I think I saw the start mostly.
15 love.
Have you played Steam Gear Crash? Is it? What is it? Steam Gear Mash? G or anybody else?
All.
I presume you're getting your Saturn ready for some Sonic actually, aren't you? Will you be playing Sonic Jam? Like all the Sonic games again on Sonic Jam?
30 all.
They are a nice way to play them. Especially Sonic 1 is interesting because they put the spin dash in it, I think. If I remember, I think that's like the sort of only version that they did do that with.
Game won by player 1.
Oh, but Sonic won with a spin dash though. You don't need to get all the Chaos Emeralds.
Martin 2, player 1.
If you don't know what we're on about, anybody that listens, Mystical Machine Gun is going through the Sonic series.
4.
Just already done Sonic 1, 2, 1 and 2 on the Master System.
15.
And now doing Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
15 all.
You didn't think about doing it that way? Doing what? Oh, you mean for Mega Drive? Oh, I wouldn't for Mega Drive. It's not Mega Drive, is it? Channel not found. Oh, sorry. Oh, there we go. That's why. Thank you. Mr. Callie Expeditious Fragicali Machine Gun.
30, 15.
It's case sensitive. It's not case sensitive. I spelt it wrong. I put Mr. Callie.
30 all. 30, 40. Fault.
I need to add some new back seats actually. I think there was one from Test Drive I wanted to put in. Oh, I forgot to do my eye drops again. I might actually. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna leave the game as it is. I just need to go put some eye drops in. Okay, I have to remember because otherwise I'm going to get yelled at by my optician. And I keep forgetting. Especially 2 times a day and I forgot completely today. Majestic music. It never ends, does it? Well, it ends tomorrow, Peacock Saw. So it will end. We're getting there. You know Sonic's going to do a Sonic Central show that day, so what do after live reaction? Big Sonic stream for the birthday.
Player 1, 5, Martin 2.
But no, I wouldn't do Sonic Jam to be my Mega Drive Sonic. I want to do the real Mega Drive Sonic. Same with Phantasy Star. I did originally buy the Phantasy Star collection on the Saturn because I thought it might be a nice way to do the... Hey Joshua Turbo. How are you? I thought it might be a nice way to play Phantasy Star 1 because the Saturn version has hiragana for the text instead of katakana, which is much easier on the eye. Although, to be honest, these days it's not really... I don't think it will make too much of a difference to me now. In fact, I'm not even sure. I can't even imagine it. But anyway, I just thought it might be interesting. But I've changed my mind. I think I want to do the Mega Drive version because it's accurate. I want to actually... My dream with Phantasy Star 1 is I want to play Phantasy Star 1 off a real cart. Even though I know it's exactly the same as like the original Master System, whatever, but I just want to play it that way. It's sort of a goal in life to do so. And also, I've always wanted, even before doing any of this, I always wanted to own that. I wish I'd bought it years ago, really, but it just seemed wasteful to buy something that I couldn't have the hardware to play. And it was a lot cheaper then, but I wish I'd bought it because the box art is so beautiful. I love the back of the box for Phantasy Star. I want it. I want to play it that way. And I just love the back of the box. I've been watching it lately at the moment. It's just it's the most expensive of the 4, so... Which could be a reference to a tennis game. How's the court treating you today? Objection. It's a blur. It's background noise, really. I'm winning. I think I've not really been paying attention. Match point. I think we're about to win the game. I'm just going through the motion to PS1 to 4 with an actual controller again. I mean, you should just get a mini if you're not that fussy, Mystical. Just get a mini. And get one of the 6-button controllers. It feels almost the same. Well, that's what I do. All the time. It's a very nice way. Or if not, just get the controller. Then you have worse audio. Well, it will do compared to the real thing, but if you don't have the real thing, it's going to be... okay, you may be listening to it right now.
Player 1, 0, Chang, 0.
You'll be home to see the finale, good. In so many ways for Mega Drive Sonic already. Are you talking about as for your A to Z though? Are you going to do a double whammy where it overlaps? Or are you just talking about for Sonic's birthday? As a separate thing? I mean, you play Sonic all the time, but so do I. But I will play the Saturn Sonic, don't you worry. I'll play it any time of the day or whatever, but for my to officially count it, because you're just going through the games and playing them and trying them out and sharing your thoughts on them, so you already know how Sonic is. You've played it. You don't need evidence. Whereas I just want the evidence that I did it that way, you know. That's all. But then I'll play whatever. I do want to play the Saturn versions again because they're really good. I'd like to play Sonic Origins at some point, but I wouldn't count that either. Sega Mega Drive Minis are basically, I mean, when you actually tinker with them, they essentially just can run retro on or whatever. So... yeah, you could just get a controller, Mystical, and then plug it into your PC. They're like USBs. Have you ever looked into those? You can get them online. Like, I think in the West you can get. Is it Retro Bit Do or somebody does them? Because I'm not a huge snob about like how you play games. A lot of it for me is it's about accessibility. I like accuracy. Like it's not even just about accuracy. I hate incompatibility and things that annoy me. You know, like that break. That bothers me more than like, oh, the music sounding ever so slightly different to the point that you wouldn't even notice. But I think a huge part of the experience is the controller. The controller is really, really key, I think. The 8-bit do ones, Retro Bit, maybe Retro Bit is who I'm thinking of. I know that just Japan had its own that I think Sega did, or they just like disguised who did it better. But in the West, it wasn't actually Sega doing them.
Won by Chang.
Because they did it kind of a bit weird in the West. where they released the Mega Drive Mini 1 with 3-button controller only, and you had to buy the 6-button separate, whereas in Japan they released it with the 6-button only, and they never sold the 3-button one here, I don't think. I wanted the 3-button one at the time because I was nostalgic for it, so I bought 2 Mega Drive Minis. I bought the UK one, and I bought the Japanese one, and I bought the UK one quite literally just to get the 3-button controllers, which I never use, so that was a total waste of time. But also at the time you didn't know if you'd be able to like tinker with it or whatever, so I don't have too many regrets in that regard. And also means I have 2, so I've got double the storage. But then I bought quite a lot of the Japanese ones, because the only thing I find with the mini controllers, because I give them a lot of hammer, they the B buttons tend to wear down quite quickly. Like, not wear down, but they start to stick eventually. Sometimes, like maybe the rubber gets a bit weaker. I think the D-pad in one of mine has started to get knackered, but I mean, you know, I'm like smashing them for hundreds of hours a month. So, excellent, they do feel different from the OG ones. The ones I have noticed, compared to an OG one, the buttons are more clicky. Is the main difference, I think, now that I've got the real hardware back again. The buttons click a lot more on the ones. I don't have an 8-bit do one, but I presume they use basically the same mold. But they're a bit clicky compared to the real one, and they're lighter. I wouldn't get wireless though myself. I'm not a wireless person, I don't really care about wireless. I usually sit close enough to whatever I'm using. And also, wireless is annoying because then you have to rely on batteries and charging and stuff. You know, if you have a wired controller, you're never going to have a battery that dies and you can't replace it or it explodes. I also feel like wireless is more prone to breaking. In my experience, most controllers that I've had issues with have always been wireless ones.
Love 30.
This is a mess of chords. Pay more then. Thing is though, I wouldn't sleep on it because they will probably start to get quite hard to get hold of, because I think they've already been, I don't know about the 8-bit do ones, but the Japanese Mega Drive mini controllers, they've pretty much already stopped manufacturing them, I think, and you can't buy any of them new anymore unless you're buying online. A lot of time of the controllers with the D-pad issues. Are those the ones that come in the red box, like the official Mega Drive mini ones, the retro bit ones? I mean, you could also just check eBay and stuff and try and get your hands on a Japanese one, but they probably won't be so cheap anymore because there was a time when they were cheap, but they used to sell them on Amazon, and I think they don't sell them on Amazon anymore because that's where I got all of mine. I've gone through about 6 of them, but mostly because I'm annoyed. I'm picky, and I couldn't handle. They all work still, but you try your best. Have you just bought one? As you finish all the Mega Drive controllers, all the Mega Drive Sonic games, you buy a controller for it. Which one did you get? The wireless or the cord? I have not tried Retrobit though. I assume it's the same. I have only used Japanese sold mini controllers. But I would imagine Sega shared the technology because they are the official. They are the official controllers for the Western release of the Mini, as far as I'm aware. So I would imagine that they had the approval of Sega and probably were allowed to use similar, like, mold patterns or whatever.
15 love.
Maybe Gino knows more than I do. The official license, yeah. So they probably are very, very similar. Chaotix. I mean, to be honest, they will be nice for using. Oh, you can't actually, because the does the 8-bit one, the retro bit one, do they have extra buttons or not? So I was wondering if you could use it for the Saturn, but you'd be short of an L trigger, because you could use the mode button double up, but you'll be short of a the L trigger button for the Saturn controller. So I was going to say, because they're very, you know, the Mega Drive 6 button is basically the Saturn controller, but like slightly smaller. It's getting tricky to get, so I'll get one sooner later. Oh yeah. I think Mystical's probably just going to plug it into a PC, just to have the feel by the sounds of things. But Mega Drive Mini 2 is cool to have though, because it's got some Mega CD games on it and some exclusive stuff. The Mega Drive Mini 2 though in Japan is so expensive now. I'm so glad that I bought mine when I did, because I really couldn't afford it when I bought the Mega Drive Mini 2. I was streaming at the time, so I talked about it when it first came out. But I was really on the fence of getting one, because I think it was about 12,000 yen I think it came out for, which was not short change. And it was at a time when I really was struggling financially, and I ended up seeing it, because it wasn't being sold everywhere regularly, and it was sold out online, I think. And I'd been watching it, and I'd wanted to buy one, but then just stuff happened and I couldn't afford one. Really, I mean I could, but it wasn't sensible to do so. And then ended up seeing one in one of the game stores, and it was a little bit cheaper than it was going for online, but it was brand new, and I was just surprised to see it in a shop. And then because it was right in front of my face, I just thought, you know what, bugger it, I'll just like eat curry and noodles for a bit. And I got it, but then it immediately sold out, and it's never gone down in price, because I was thinking, I kind of think about the Mini 2 as like the last era of me waiting for things to get cheaper. I feel like it always used to be how things went. Things got cheaper if you waited, and then around that time, that's when it stopped not being true anymore. And the Mini 2 sold out and then just became expensive. In Japan, I think I see them now in Japan selling them for about 30,000 yen. In some shops behind glass things, 25,000 yen for a Mega Drive Mini 2. It's ridiculous. It's like double what it retailed at.
15:30.
Well, the Western version was right load of shenanigans, wasn't it? You had to order on, was it Amazon Japan? And import it or something? I think my brother got one because he wanted to play the
15:40.
CD games. But I mean, the Western version didn't really have the same quality library as the Japanese version, unfortunately. It's got 8 buttons total. Then you can play it for the Saturn then, can't you? That'll be good then. Missed out on the minis.
Game won by Chang. Come on!
I mean, for what you're probably going to do, they're probably not worth it. Because all you can do with a Mini is you can just put RetroArch on it, which is what you'd be using anyway, right? It's nice if you don't want to play on your PC while you're streaming. But other than that, you're going to be having the same result. The controller will be what's making the difference. It's nice to plug it into a TV though, you know what I mean? Like, just the simplicity of it. But if you're just going to be sitting in front of your PC anyway, there won't be too much of a difference, I would imagine. So just getting the controller is probably good enough. What's nice about the minis though was some of the exclusive stuff that was on it. Like, what did the original one have? It had... Was the original one... had Tetris on it? And,
Game won by player one.
can't even remember. What was original for the original Mini? All I can think is the Mini 2, because that was Space Harrier being fixed to run better, and Truxton running with correct music speed, which is exclusive to the Mini 2 or a PAL version. But actually I think it's still exclusive then, because I think it's the correct game speed but they've changed the music. Tetris on the Mini 1. You keep them stock.
Player 1 by Chang 3.
I think the Mini 1, there was not really anything worth keeping it stock for. Was there just Tetris? But I think the Mini 2 definitely feels like a don't touch it, because it's got a lot of unique nice things on it that are unavailable in other ways. Because there's that puzzle game on it, I can't remember now, Star something, and the train game thing. Was there nothing else on the Mini 1? Was that really it? Wait, did the Mini 1 have Phantasy Star 2, or was that Mini 2? Because Phantasy Star 2 has the unique easy mode, isn't it?
1540.
Mini 2 had Phantasy... that's got a unique version of it then. But I don't know if it's just copying what they did, because it's M2 that did it, and they'd already done Phantasy Star on the PlayStation 2 with like tweaks, quality of life, modes and whatever. I don't know if they just used one of those. Really about it.
Chang 4, player 1 by.
I don't think if there's anything else unique on the Mini 1.
Love 15.
I guess just Tetris was the specialness. Other than the fact that it had an amazing library, I still think the Mega Drive Mini 1. Not that we need to start a whole competition war thing. Oh, that was it. Puyo Puyo 2 was unique because they added in 2-player, didn't they? Which it didn't have originally, or something. Or versus mode or something. They added in something that was only on other ones, like the Saturn version maybe. Super Locomotive Star thingy, yeah. He's left out some good games. I know, but let's be fair, Jason. They had a lot on them, right? You can't have everything. But yeah, it doesn't need to be like a whole comparison with Nintendo, but they blew the Super Nintendo Mini out of the water, in my opinion.
30,
Like the library on the Mega Drive Mini 1 was incredible, and so many. It was full of like high quality. You could swap out the stinkers. No, but they had like 2-3 times the library of the SNES Mini. And the SNES Mini was just like the same old crap that had been on. I mean, not crap, but the same old stuff that had been on the Virtual Console for forever. You know, like, yay, Legend of Zelda and Donkey Kong and Mario and the same games, you know what I mean? Mega Drive Mini had some deep cuts that hadn't seen the light of day for a while. And good ones. Mini 2 was definitely... I think the Mini 2 was considerably worse in the West than it was in Japan. The Mini 2 in Japan was decent. It was lots of good, nice, deep cuts. It feels like it was really made with Japan more in mind anyway. I think even in the way that they marketed it by not distributing it massively in the West. So... I mean, what was on the Mega Drive Mini 1? There's a couple of things that you can't avoid, because you can't avoid having Alter Beast on there, because it's just iconic, but yeah, we could live without Alter Beast. Let's have a look at the European. Alex Kidd and Enchanted Castle. It's kind of just iconic. Alicia Dragoons, great. Alter Beast, you have to have it. Beyond Oasis is amazing. Castle of Illusion, amazing. Castlevania Bloodlines, amazing. Columns, amazing. Comic Zone, pretty amazing to most people. Contra Hardcore is a good game. I've not played it enough to really know. Oh wait, wasn't Darius? Darius was special. That was also unique, and that got released later, didn't it? Quackshot was not on it, no. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Machines, a good game. Dino Brothers 2, oh that's Japan. Dynamite Heady, amazing game. Earthworm Jim, amazing. Echo, amazing. Eternal Champions is really good and iconic. Ghouls and Ghosts, amazing. Golden Axe, iconic. Gunstar Heroes, really good game. Kid Chameleon, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know that game very well. It's pretty iconic though. Landstalker, great game. Light Crusader, great game. Mega Man: The Wily Wars, great game, deep cut, like expensive game. Monster World 4, amazing game. Phantasy Star 4. Road Rash 2 is great. I'm really not seeing any stinkers, you know what I mean? Like, this is an incredible library, just reading these out again. Shinobi 3. Sonic Spinball, Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2. Space Harrier, it's iconic. Street Fighter 2, Streets of Rage 2, Strider, Super Fantasy Zone, Tetris, Thunder Force 3, Toe Jam and Earl, Vector Man. Virtua Fighter 2 is an odd choice. Wonder Boy and Monsterland, World of Illusion. That's just bangers. That's an incredible library. I don't think you can complain about that library. There's barely a bad game on there. They're like, the bottom of the barrel is probably Alter Beast, and that's not even that bad. It's just, it's old and it's a bit clunk, but it's iconic Sega. They could have left Tetris off. No, because Tetris is important. Tetris is an unreleased game. It's rare. It's like the rarest Mega Drive game in existence. That's why it's on there. I think it's something stupid, like only like, what is it, like tens of units ever available. It's like the most expensive Mega Drive game to exist. Date Sonic's birthday, June 23rd. 15 exists, yeah, that's it. So it's, you know, other than other methods, it's the first time for the world to be legally allowed to play Tetris on the Mega Drive. It's a lost game. So for fans of the Mega Drive, that's a really cool thing.
13-15.
And I don't see it as a trade-off. It's not that they put Tetris on instead of something else. They put Tetris on as like a bonus edition. Same with putting some of the games on the Mini 2 that M2 finished. Sonic Dream Calendar does not have it on there. It's a neat piece of Sega history, yeah. Yeah, I honestly, I don't think anybody can really complain about the Mega Drive Mini 1. I think it was an outstanding library. Like, literally, what is missing that is... that,
14-15.
like, what is this, like, massively missing? Maybe Phantasy... No, Phantasy Star 4 was on there. They did. Life expectancy of a tramp is measured in colours like this. Not sure that's the whole message. I think it's supposed to be a red, green. Even the Mega Drive Mini 2's library is amazing. And hey, Rosie. But not so good in the West. But you got Afterburner. Afterburner 2 is a good choice. Alien Soldier is a fantastic inclusion. Atomic Runner's a great game. Bonanza Brothers is iconic. Clay Fighter's crap, and we all know Clay Fighter's the joke on there that everybody says why is that on there, but it's just one game. Crusader of Senti is an amazing game that's also very expensive. It's my favourite game of all time, Crusader of Senti, and it's a huge deep cut to put on there. Desert Strike is amazing. Earthworm Jim 2, great. Echo the Dolphin, the Mega Sega CD versions, Echo Tides of Time, Elemental Master, Fantasy Zone. Fatal Fury 2 I don't know anything about, so I don't have an opinion. Final Fight CD I don't really know about. Gain Ground is iconic. Golden Axe 2, iconic. Granada is, I've heard, is very good. Hellfire's great game. Hugs Vi, I don't know too much about. Mansion of the Hidden Souls is pretty iconic, I think, for Sega CD. Midnight Resistance is a banger. Night Striker is iconic. Night Trap is incredibly iconic. Ninja Warriors is pretty popular, but I don't know Sega CD. The Ooze, I don't know about the Ooze. I know some people like it. Outrun, iconic. Outrunners, don't know. Phantasy Star 2, amazing game. Populous, it's a weird one. Rainbow Islands Extra, okay. Ranger X is very popular. Revenge of Shinobi, great game. Rise Star, Robo LS is popular. Rolling Thunder 2 is great. Sewer Shark, I don't know. Shadow Dance is great. Shining Force CD, great. Shining Force 2, Shine in the Darkness. Sylphied is iconic for Sega CD. Sonic 3D, Sonic CD. Space Harrier 2, Splatterhouse 2. Streets of Rage 3, Super Hang-On, Super Street Fighter, Thunder Force 4, ToeJam and Earl 2, Truxton, Vectorman 2, Viewpoint, but that was sort of more there for Japan than it was for the West because it had never been released in Japan. Virtua Racing versus Puyo Puyo Sun, War Song, which is Langrissa. See, they're all great games. How many though? I think 50, 60 is a solid amount of games. Casual player really doesn't need more than that, I feel. Hold even more games. They could have done this with every mini though. I feel like this is a criticism that you can say about all the other minis, so why the Sega Mini? I feel like the Sega Mini did it the best out of all of the minis that we've experienced so far. So it's kind of a critique that really could have been thrown at the Super Nintendo Mini, which has like, what, 20 games on it? Maybe? Yeah, 20 games that they've also been selling over and over again for the last like 15, 20 years on the Virtual Console. And I think the SNES Mini is fine, but it's definitely, I don't know, the Mega Drive Mini was much, much better. I still think they should have done online or something. Yeah, there was nothing. The only thing really super duper crazy special on the Super Nintendo Mini was Star Fox 2. That was incredibly cool. They're really small. They are, but like I said, this is the same complaint for every console. Oh yeah, we were talking about the Smash Gear thing.
Game won by Chang. Come on!
PC Engine Mini is pretty decent, I think, too. It's got a lot of expensive, deep sort of cuts, especially if you're into shoot 'em ups. The only main issue with the PC Engine Mini, though, I hated the inconsistency with languages that they included. Like, you get the Japanese PC Engine Mini, but like some of the games are the English versions, which is really annoying because like I want to play the Bonk series, but I think like it's something stupid like Bonk 1 is the Japanese version of Bonk, and then Bonk 2 is the American version of Bonk, and it's like, why? It's so lazy, and you can't like play. They should have included both ROMs, or at least just had it consistent with the region, the country that you bought the thing in. And then they also wasted space by having like, I think they have like E's on there twice in different two different languages, and Utopia twice in 2 different languages, and considered them separate releases. I didn't really like that. Too much jobs counts for a real thing, so we have too many games on one. Can't make a second or a third one. Yeah, exactly. Although I wish they would make a third one now. See, Super Nintendo didn't bother making another one. It's his argument that the mini's for you, maybe the Mister of the Pie might be that way. I mean, the mini might be for you if that's what you want to do with it, but we could have enough space.
By Chang.
I mean, it does have enough space if you tinker with it yourself.
Player 1, 0, Chang, 0.
But yeah, I don't think you can really complain about the Mega Drive Mini. I think it was a very good, for the cost and what you got from it. It was a really good release.
Love. Come on!
You said it later than you should and bought a control. I'm sorry. Sorry, my stream is costing you money. You'll be lurking. Thank you for the lurk.
15, 30.
Oh, I'm getting behind on my
15,
tennis.
40.
Good night.
Double fault. Game
Double fault.
won by Chang.
Important games and hidden gems. Yeah.
Chang.
I mean, a lot of people that were buying it anyway kind of didn't need them because they were already playing them in other ways, and it's not necessarily aimed at the most hardcore of gamers too.
Love 15.
A lot of people, it was a nice purchase for some good trips down memory lane.
Out. Love 30.
I think one of the huge differences I felt personally between the Nintendo Mini and the Sega Mini is that the Nintendo Mini was mostly just Nintendo IPs and nothing else, and the Sega Mini actually had a lot of other developers' games on. And that was a big difference.
15, 30.
Nintendo Mini was pretty much just Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong, F-Zero, Star Wing. What else is on it? Was Chrono Trigger on it? Or Final Fantasy VI? They had they had Secret of Mana.
15, 40.
Like, how many developers were on the Mini that weren't Nintendo? Squaresoft?
30, 40.
What else was on it?
Deuce.
Oops. Right, the 21 games are RPGs. If they don't make a Mini in 64. I mean, they could fill it. They wouldn't struggle. If they're only going to do like 20 games, they could fill it. Maybe they'd struggle to fill it, that's the problem.
Game won by Chang. Come on!
I've just realised we're against Michael Chang and I've not been paying any attention. We lost the first set. What is going on?
Player 1, 0, Chang, 2.
I'm just going to reset. Instead of struggling to pull this back. I've been yapping instead of playing. Trial alone would probably wreck the production costs. Didn't they do it for the Switch though? So like they've already done it once. I don't think Nintendo's bothered anymore though. I think they want to push people onto their subscription. It's more profitable to just distribute them digitally and have people pay subs. The problem with this, the difference with Sega is, I mean, I don't even know if Sega will bother anymore because they can just distribute the same way, but Sega don't have their own platform. They have to rely on other people.
8. 15,
Probably wouldn't likely use the original controller. No, I want to play an N64 again.
all.
Question then. If you feel like some stuff was missing from the Mega Drive Mini, and even if you don't, if we were going to have a Mega Drive Mini 3, what would you put on it? Maybe, I don't know Mega CD, so I'm not going to think about Mega CD, but just say it was Mega Drive Mini 3, what games would you put on it? I would put James Pond 2 on it. James Pond 2, because I think it's absolutely, as a British person, James Pond 2 is iconic for the Mega Drive. Might not be anywhere else, but it is in the UK. Well, I'm going to be here for at least an hour. Should have subbed and got it cheaper. Have you got an N64 now? think what else I would throw on it.
40, 30.
I'm trying to think what was, because honestly, like, what was missing that's that amazing? Rocket Knight Adventures? Rocket Knight Adventures.
Game
Tiny
won by
Toons.
player 1.
No 30X, I'm talking about Mega Drive. But they could put Knuckles Chaotix on as a bonus.
Chang. 0. Player
Honestly, you
1.
know, you sit down and you think about it, like, what do they not include that could have been on the next one? I mean, obviously, yeah, there's games. They could have put ATP Tour Tennis on it, but they didn't. But, like, out of absolutely big, huge games, what is actually missing? I mean, I think there's sports games missing. But that's probably tricky with licensing, because they probably could have done with having a Madden game on there.
15 all.
Well, yeah, but I'm just talking about Mega Drive because I don't know the Mega CD library, so I can't join in that sense. That's why I'm picking Mega Drive.
Out. 15, 40.
I mean, if they did another one, they should absolutely do more Mega CD stuff. They should get, like, Popful Mail in the West and retranslate it.
Out. 30, 40.
But, like, what Mega Drive games are even missing? Moonwalker. Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. That's a good shout, I think, in my opinion. Moonwalker, James Pond 2.
Player 1. 2. Chang. 0.
We do.
Love 15.
Lion King? Even if you don't like it, it doesn't matter whether you like it. It's an important Mega Drive game, I think. Lion King, Moonwalker, James Pond 2. Quackshot if it's not been on anything else. I can't remember if it wasn't, was it?
Out. 30, 15.
Lemmings.
40, 15. Ace. Game won by player 1.
Mega Turrican. Lemmings. Moonwalker. James Pond 2. Golden Axe 3.
Chang. 0. Player 1. 3.
Rocket Knight Adventures, Tiny Toon Adventures,
Love 15.
Outrun 2019,
15 all.
Micro Machines.
15, 30.
Was Shadowrun on the Mini? I don't think so. That would be a good shout. Also, hello. Thank you for reminding me that I need to play Shadowrun someday.
15, 40.
Heck, why not? Just fuck it. Put Bubsy on there. I don't know. I don't like it, but put it on there. Someday.
Game won by player 1.
Super Monica GP. Yes, yes, yes. That would be a good one. Pulseman, yeah. Guess. It's desirable. Musha, definitely. I don't know, Tasmania, if you must. Batman. Batman. Put on that Sunsoft Batman.
Player 1. 4.
Outrun 2019 was.
Chang. 0. Out. 15. Love.
But yeah, like, it feels like we're really struggling to to find things. I think they did a good job. Whereas Nintendo, I could reel off all the games that they didn't include that they could have done. You know, like I don't know. Did they have Axe Razor on there?
40 love.
Obviously, I mean Mario World 2 would have been nice. What was that on there?
40
No, I don't think it was. Mega Man. Zero Wing. Yeah, you can put Zero Wing on there,
Game
I guess.
won by player 1.
NSO. What's NSO? Oh, Switch Online.
Chang 0, player 1, 5.
Put Boogerman on there, really. I don't like it, but it's certainly a something. But I mean, it's also on the Nintendo.
Love 15. Ace
Yeah, Rosie, do you have any thoughts?
15 all.
What else is like not been on the Mini that would be good?
15 30.
What's behind me? Oh, we've had Echo. I mean, for Japan, you'd want to put you could put some weird stuff like Rent-A-Hero on it, you know. But I'm thinking about the Western audience. No, whoever put that in, I've just literally turned around, you bastard. No kicks. What are we talking about? We're talking about if they were going to do a Mega Drive Mini 3. What? Because we were also discussing the fact that different conflicting views to whether they could have included more on it, and I'm saying that they pretty much put so many great games on anyway. So I'm saying, well, if they were to do another one, what was missing? What's a great Mega Drive game or iconic that they could have put on that they didn't? And there's not really that many, but I've said like Moonwalker, James Pond 2, because I think James Pond 2 is iconic for British people. Megapan was actually on the Mini. But believe it or not, Megapanel was on the Mini in Japan. God knows why. I think they were just bored. I'd put Marvel Land on there as a niche choice. Not necessarily iconic or anything, but I'd put it on there as one of those like weird, maybe you've never played this games. I was just thinking about Namco.
0 Chang.
Oh, Sword of Vermilion you could put on there. Actually, Sword of Vermilion, that's pretty iconic. Ooh, I guess you could throw a Valis game on there, maybe. Yeah.
0.
You've got a secret bonus point.
Oh, is there? No! Yes. I think if they did a Mini 3, they'd need to put Chakan on it. It is true.
15 all.
No, Awesome Possum doesn't need to be on there. Nobody likes Awesome Possum, except G. Awesome Possum's just crap. Oh no, we've summoned DC.
40 30.
If you say Chakan in the mirror, in the dark, 3 times, DC appears behind you and says, I love that game.
Game won by player 1.
And in my thoughts on Martha, oh yeah, you'd have Wimbledon and Chakan and then just publish, that'd be it. Oh, and Fairy Tale Adventure. Vectorman 1 and 2. Vectorman 1 and 2 were already on. They were, Wonder Boy was already on, Landstalker was already on, ToeJam and Earl were already on. You see what I mean? Like, it had a good library. Everything that people name is already on there. Animaniacs and Tiny Toons, I've said. I would include that. I don't know about Animaniacs because I've not played it yet.
Love 15.
Twinkle would be, yeah, Twinkle would be a great choice.
Double fault.
Because that's like desirable and expensive. Eliminate down, just to shut everybody up. Put eliminate down on there.
Love 40.
Probably put like El Viento on or something, I guess.
Game won by
The
player
game in first build of every Souls game I do is based on Chakan. You know, I'm getting real, like, what is the word? Not like Stockholm Syndrome, maybe it is Stockholm Syndrome, but you know, recently, like, posted on Bluesky as the voice of Chakan. I'm starting to convince myself that I actually like Chakan, and I want to play it again. It's really dangerous. I'm really, like, falling in love with the character.
Love.
It's awesome, it says so on the bar. It's not. It's a lie.
30. Love.
It also says that he kicks Dr. Machino's butt, but he doesn't because the boss fight is jank. Okay, Chakan Street. No. No, there'll be another chance. Next time I do my mega marathon, there'll be another chance to get me to play Chakan.
Player 1.
I've been hyped for Chakan, being cured of that hype for 1 8-hour session. What, in the first area of the game that you couldn't get past?
0. Player 1. 3.
Musha. Oh, was it? Well, I mean, it doesn't matter about whether it was in like one country or the other, I guess. Damn.
15. Love. All. Fault. Double fault. 15. 30.
Thunder Force 2, I guess. If it wasn't on there, it was a launch lineup. It's kind of boring to just have the entire series, though. But
Out. 15. 40.
Yu Hakusho game. Some of it, I think it's just a case of they had obviously got into bed with one of the developers, and so it's easy to do. Because I think if you've got like you notice a trend, right, of what they've got. They clearly had a deal with Treasure. That's why they had all those games. So why not the other one? I mean, I guess that one's a bit more complicated because it's tied up to an anime manga license. But yeah, who knows?
4. Chang. 0.
But yeah, it's probably just because they had like Crusader, Gunstar Heroes, Dynamite Heady, Alien Soldier.
15.
I mean, the only thing they didn't have is McDonald's, pretty much, and maybe that is because it's McDonald's, or because it's like probably, I don't know, it's probably one of the lesser interesting Treasure games in terms of, I think like the McDonald's game is probably more famous outside of Japan than in it, whereas the Yu Yu Hakusho one is probably a bit more maybe interesting in Japan. I don't know, just off the top of my head.
30. 15.
Do you reckon? I guess because they had Contra, didn't they? But there was no there was no Rocket Knight, was there, on the Mini? You think Rocket Knight Adventures would be a big shoe-in? Maybe it was just too many. I mean, they also wanted to balance out genres. You've got to make choices, haven't you, about which platformers are you going to include.
Game won by player
Tiny
one.
Toons would probably be tricky though for those reasons.
Chang 0, player 1, 5.
But I mean, if they can get Disney, I still can't believe. I still think it's incredible that they got those Disney games. That's why I just think the Mini was so great, because they got all these big names on it that you would imagine that they couldn't. World of Illusion and Castle of Illusion was crazy. They need to get Aladdin. Actually, there was no Aladdin, right, on either of them. Aladdin must be on one. If there was no difficulties with publishing or whatever, you absolutely need Aladdin, because it's pretty much the biggest. Jurassic Park as well, because they're like the biggest selling Mega Drive games of all time. Fantasia, no, we don't need that. I don't think Disney would ever let that see the light of day again. I think they'd rather pretend it never happened.
Championship point.
Nighthawk. Ba-da-ba.
Game, set, and match won by
Oh, I won!
player
Well
one.
done, me. We don't need Jurassic Park, but it's one of the biggest selling games on the Mega Drive, so maybe we do. Maybe lots of people do like it. Das Ortifants. Maybe we need Genogue and Glaylancer and Steel Empire. Yay, we won the German Open. Need more sports games though, really. That's what we need. Probably need things like Arnold Palmer's Tournament Golf and Tommy Lasorda. They would be good, I think. But the thing is, nobody wants them because people see retro sports games as reductive and obsolete. But in my opinion, they deserve to be on here. Especially things like Arnold Palmer, because it's just old, famous, and pretty good. But nobody wants, like, if they put all these sports titles on, people would just go, ugh, why? You know? Ugh, why are you putting that on there? But it is like a huge part of the identity, though, of the Mini. They would. But
Player 1, 0.
they're just as important, if not more so. I'm not saying all of them, but yeah. I think if you were to ignoring what people would say, I think that a John Madden game and a World Cup Italia 90, even though I don't think it's that great, but it's like it's the altered beast of sports games. Everybody's played it. Everybody knows somebody that had it, because I mean, what you need to do actually is you just put Mega Games 1 on there and call it a day. That's it. Just put Mega Games 1 on there and just don't apologise for anything. There you go. You got Column Super Hang On and World Cup Italia 90. That's what they should have done.
40, love. Game won by player 1. Come on!
I'm trying to think of other genres like that are missing. I feel like you'd need some sort of 3D-esque thing, not hard driving because it's crap, but
Handballs. 0.
they didn't put F1 on there, did they? Actually, that would be a good one. The F1 Virtua Racing.
Left. First.
Virtua Racing would be good. Micro Machines. Maybe one of those like air combat games,
8.
like Eagle or whatever. Thing is, people wouldn't want to play them. That, I think, is the problem, because they haven't aged quite so well. And I think you can't really see the good in those games until you sit down and spend a lot of time with them. Star Cruiser. Yeah, that'd be a good one for Japan. I mean, for me, you could put Star Control on there. That's iconic to me, but I don't know if anybody else played Star Control on the Mega Drive. I certainly did. I'm looking forward to that one.
40 love.
F-22 Flight Sim. Yeah, something like that, do you know what I mean? Like, just to spread out the genres.
Ace. Game won by Handballs.
Handballs?
Come on! Player one.
There's all these big releases, like, it's just funny, certain genres just get dismissed when it comes to retro, and nobody wants to play them anymore, and they talk as if they're just like terrible. And I get you might not want to play it, and maybe it's not really your genre anymore, but it doesn't mean that the game was like trash.
Love 30.
Like when it was cutting edge and interesting.
8. 15, 30.
But it's weird that, like, I mean, I'm not, I can totally, I understand why, and I'm guilty of it myself, but it's like, why it's acceptable to play like Sonic 1 as a really old sort of platformer, but the idea of playing like an old golf game is like, ew. Unless it's like the only golf game anybody will accept is that bloody, what's it one, the Neo Geo one that everybody streams all the bloody time, and that's the only golf game anybody will play. Or I guess Pebble Beach as a gimmick. Megalomania. Game Ground was already on the Mini. Cannon Fodder was pretty popular, wasn't it? I don't know if was it the Mega Drive version popular. Oof, Neo Turf Masters, yeah, everybody plays that, and it's like the only sports game that's acceptable. That and what is it, Windjammers? And NBA Jam. I think those are about the only sports games you're allowed to play. Everything else is obsolete and dated and stupid and shovelware. Virtual tennis is allowed as well.
Advantage player one. Game won by.
I mean, I can understand why, because they're hard. They're not always the most interesting to watch, and they're not always the most fun on a one-player experience. They were sort of based around the multiplayer stuff, but I'm kind of surprised. Like, why don't people? You know, people do like Fightcade Arcade or whatever, Fight Night Arcades, where people play all these fighting games online all the time. Why doesn't anybody do like these like online? Why aren't we having like online tennis games or something? Like people like join in chat and challenge me to Arnold Palmer's golf.
Player one, 2.
If I had the means, I would absolutely do like a Tommy Lasorda stream and play somebody over the internet. It would be fun. I'll whoop your fucking ass, and you know it, because I've clocked like 40 hours of it.
Love 30.
All over the new what? Everybody's golf. I've thought about buying more golf games. Like, I'm very picky, I think, about golf, though. I'd want like the right aesthetic, and I want like chill out vibes and nice music and stuff. So it's like I saw Big Tour Not Small playing the Outlaw Golf Series. I've no interest in that. It looks just annoying. It's too in your face.
Player one. Come on! Player one, 3 handballs, 1. Love. 8. 30 love.
Ooh, You know what else would be a good shout for me for the Mega Drive Mini would be theme park. For a different genre as well, theme park.
40, love.
You know, it's too bad there was never anything like crazy like Civilization on the Mega Drive, like a port of the Atari, Amigas, whatever's. Probably would have been too much, but wasn't there a Civilization on the Super Nintendo though? It's a shame the Mega Drive didn't get one. So then I could be bloody playing it with pleasure.
Turn falls. 1 player 1. 4.
Oh dear.
Love.
On the snares.
Fall. Double fall.
I was thinking like British stuff or European stuff too, like Mega Turrican.
Love 40. Fall.
Probably put a PGA Golf on there. NHL whatever should be on there. NHL 93, isn't it? That's supposed to be really popular.
Out. Game won by player 1.
Yeah. I think they did all the bangers really. The biggie big boys. The biggie big boys. Pugsy. Pugsy. Get some Pugsy.
1.
There. And now it's complete.
Love. 8. 30, love. Out. Set point. Set point. Ace. Game and set won by player 1. Come on! Turn falls. 0, player 1. 0. Love 15. Fault. All. 15, 30.
I got game get into. I've never really played that many. I think I've only really played 16-bit golf games. I grew up playing like one of the PGA games, but I don't remember which one. I didn't play it a lot though.
30, 40.
Hello sports fans. Hey Moomin Mama, how are you? Ooh. Hot Shots Golf is so familiar. Not bad, Tar.
Game won by player one.
Receiver.
Come on! Player one.
Oh, so much golf. So much tennis.
0.
Played a lot of Hot Shots golf on the PS2. I didn't know you were a golfer. Was it for retro achievements or you just liked it?
Love.
About 15 years ago.
Love.
15 years ago still isn't PS2 era. What were you doing playing Hot Shots golf on the PS2 all the time? You just really liked it?
40-15.
Newsflash, 15 years ago was 2010. Ooh. Mind you, I was still playing the PS2 in 2010.
Game won by player one.
I didn't get PS3 till 2011, I don't think.
Handful. 0. Player one. 2. Love 15. All. 30-15. $40-30. Juice. 8. Advantage handballs. Out. Deuce. Top. Advantage handballs. 8. Game won by handballs. Player 1. 2 handballs. 1. Out. 15 love. 30 love. 30-15. 40-15. 40-30. Deuce. Advantage handballs. won by...
Bloody hell, this person's annoying.
Come on! Come on! Turn falls. 2, player 1, 2. Love 15. All.
Hey.
False. Out. 15, 30. Fifteen, 40. Thirty, 40. Deuce.
Fuck's sake.
Advantage, turn falls. Game, 1,
Ah.
turn falls. Come on! Come on! Player 1, 2, turn falls. 3. Fifteen, love. Fifteen, all. Thirty, 15. Forty, 15. Ace. Game won by player 1. Yeah! Turn falls. 3, player 1, 3. Love 15. Love 30. Fifteen, 30. All. Come on! 30, 40. Game won by player 1. Come on! Come on! Player 1, 4 turn falls, 3. Love.
Is this the first round or the second? I can't even remember. I'm hoping the second. I want to finish another tournament before I go to bed.
30-15. 40-15. Game won by player 1. Turn falls. 3, player 1. 5. Fault.
We're gonna be 6:30. I'm actually kind of awake. I feel tired rather than sleepy at the moment.
Fault. Double fault. Love 30. Fault. Match point. Game, set, and match won by player 1.
Game, set, and match, yes. Believe it or not, and match.
Player
Good
1.
stuff.
Gustav.
He's an arsehole as well, if I remember. Magnus Gustas. Oh.
Love 15.
Love 15.
Love 30.
Love 30.
Love 40.
Love 40.
Game won
Bug
by
off.
Gustafsson.
He's an arse. I can't be bothered. I want to play against Chang instead.
Gustafsson.
Gustafsson.
Player 1. 0. Fault.
Fault. Gustafsson.
15. Love.
15. Love.
15. All.
15. All.
Fault. 30. 15. Fault. 30. All.
30 all.
30. 40.
Awesome.
Advantage player 1. Out. Game won by player 1. Yeah! Player 1. 1. Gustafsson. 1.
Gustafsson.
Love 15. 15 all. Ace.
Do do do.
30 15. 40 15. 40 30. Out. Game won by player 1. Come on! Gustafsson, 1 player 1, 2. Fault. Left, second, service. Love 15. 15 all. Fault.
I can't actually remember which tournament number this one is now.
15.
I'm trying to think if we can actually just skip all the rest of the tournaments after this one or not. Maybe one more,
30 all.
or possibly two. This is like tournament number 6, and I've skipped one of them already, and I can probably get away with skipping 3 more. Although one of the tournaments Michael Chang performed quite badly, so his points might be down. But he might participate in more tournaments this time. He missed like 2, I think, last time, which is annoying. Oh,
Love 15. Love 30. 15 30.
this is from James Pond.
Out. 30 all.
3. That's what it sounds like, James Bond.
Out.
It's a bar.
Advantage player 1. Game
It's called
won by player 1.
Solemnity in Space.
Gustafsson, 1 player 1, 4. Love 15. Out. Love 30. Ace. 15 30. Fault. Fifteen 40. Out. Game won
Out.
by player 1. Come on! Player 1. 5 Gustafsson 1. Fifteen Love. Fifteen All. Out. 30 15. 30 All. Set point. Game and set won by player 1. Come on! Gustafsson 0, player 1 0. Fault. Love 15. Ace. 15 All. Thirty 15. 40 15. Out. 40 30. Deuce. Advantage player 1. Deuce. Advantage player 1. Game won by player 1. Player 1. 1 Gustafsson 0. Fifteen Love. 30 Love. 40 Love. 40 15. 40 30. Deuce.
I wonder how long it will take me to do Fantasy Star 2.
Advantage player 1.
I love this song. It's one of the first things I played when I first was able to use an emulator when I was a kid on a PC, but I couldn't save. But this was like one of the first games, I think, because I liked kind of like the RPGs, and it was one of the. I made a beeline for Phantasy Star 2, thinking, yeah, I can finally play the Phantasy Star series. I remember hearing this music and just being like, oh, it's so good. And it felt like just finally playing something forbidden. Taken back. Yeah, and now I own it, finally. I mean, I own it in various ways, but I own the real Mega Drive version now. I have it on the Sega Saturn. Which I thought, I originally bought the Sega Saturn version actually also because it comes with maps, and I thought it would be nice to have the maps, because they did like reproductions of the Mega Drive maps and the instruction manuals and stuff. I thought it would complement my Mega Drive stream when I was probably not going to play it off a real cart, but now I am. But I also have the PlayStation 2 collection, but I don't have it physically. I don't know if I'm bothered though. It's probably a waste of money to get that physically. I have it digitally on my PlayStation 3. And then I also have the Generations version physically. That's the only version I've played though. Never played the original. All the way through. And actually, I do have it on the Game Boy Advance too, but I think I left that in the UK. You should play it again. It's pretty good stuff.
15, love. Out. 30, love.
Oh, and then I guess I've got it on the PlayStation 3 Sonic, the Genesis Mega Drive collection that they did, which I have.
40, 15. Game,
I think that's got all the Phantasy Stars on it.
Gustafsson, 0, player 1, 4. Love.
Do you know what's popped into my head that's totally unrelated, but this music's just triggered it as a memory? I would really like to play Dink Smallwood again. Remember that freeware game? I don't know if anybody else played it. In like the early 2000s, I think.
40, 15. Double fault. 40, 30. Deuce. Out. Advantage, player 1. Game won by player 1.
It was like this weird freeware game. It was like a top-down, sort of like Zelda-style adventure game, except with like weird CGI graphics and a dark sense of humour.
Love 15.
You're like a farm boy, I think, that ends up going on an adventure.
Love 30.
But you can do like lots of weird stuff. You could like attack people, and you could attack like these wandering geese and cut their heads off, and blood would
15.
spurt out everywhere. Dink Smallwood. It ended up getting some sort of weird HD remaster at some point. Maybe it wasn't as big in certain circles.
Match point.
It would have been the early 2000s. It was a freeware game that just got distributed when the internet was like younger. I would like to give it another go.
Match point.
Do 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 do.
Game, set, and match.
Have you heard of it, Chrono Gear? I'm wondering why you're putting hype hard. Or is it just the thought of Smallwood? Mostly the geese. So the bit that I remember the most is you in the first town, honk. The first town, there was like this woman, you like your neighbour, and she asks you to like do a favour or something like that, I think. And she has a pet goose walking around her house, so you can cut its head off, and it starts running around, spewing blood everywhere out of its neck. And she starts like with the text appears, like a point and click over her, and she's like, "Oh my God, what have you done?" And then if you go back in her house afterwards, she's always like, "Get out of here, you murderer!"
Love. Hey. 30 love.
It was pretty good at the time for like being a free game. It was pretty cool.
Game won by player 1.
I never finished it though. It was kind of janky though, but it was fun. Trying to like kill enemies, save up some money, and go into the different towns.
0, player 1, 1.
But it was cute. I'd love like a modern release of it, like on a console or something, just for cheap. I think they for some bizarre reason, I think they put it on like iPad or something. Some HD remaster, but it's not really that much of a remaster.
15 all. Ball. 30, 15. All. 40, 30. Deuce. Advantage Pioline. Deuce. Ball. Out. Come on. Advantage player 1. Deuce. Ball. Ace. Advantage Pioline. Deuce. Advantage, player 1. Out. Game won by player 1. Come on! Player 1, 2, Pioline, 0. Love, 15. 15, all. 15, 30. 30, all. 40, 30. Deuce. Advantage, player 1. Game won by player 1. Come on! Pioline, 0, player 1, 3. Fault. Love. 15, all. Fault. 15, 30. Ace. 30, all. Ace. 40, 30. Deuce. Advantage, player 1. Game won by player 1. Player 1, 4, Pioline, 0. Love, 15. 15, all. Out.
Out.
30, 15.
Oh, you bugger.
30, all. Forty, 30. Game won by player 1. Come on! Pioline, 0, player 1, 5. Love. 30, love. Fault. double fault. 40, 15. Forty, 30. Deuce. Set point. Game and set won by player
Oh
one.
god. Too much tennis for me.
Player one.
Whew, 56 hours of this. We've overtaken Roger Clemens now, I think.
15, love.
But we haven't overtaken Legend of Heroes or Shove It yet. Commendable. Roger. No organ music. Would you like it? Do. We can fix that. Do.
40, 15.
To be fair, it's a bit of a jam. All the noises, it's like my insanity coming back to
Won
me.
by player one. Player one.
Out! Out!
Love 15. Love 30. Love 40. Out. 15, 40. Fault.
Oh, I put it on repeat. It didn't work. There you are. Do. 'You need to set it as your alarm clock.
Advantage player
Roger
one.
Clemens goes woo woo.
Fault.
Do I miss the music theme? I miss it. What was it? Every time you restart a set or you pause or whatever, it would then be like all over again.
Game won by player one. Player one. 2, Pioline 0. Love.
If you were a stripper, this would be your song. You know, that's a really, that I can imagine that. Not imagine you stripping, but Oh boy, I walked into that sentence. It does it does sound like I can just imagine some like showgirls kind of thing, like coming out from behind the curtain, strutting down the thing. Do 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 do. Roxy.
What a great talk.
Well, somebody's having a great toss, I'm sure. Vaudeville ass music. You could have your stripper mega mix. You could go from like Roger Clemens. Where is it? Oh, it'll be the last one I find. Where's the fucking can? Oh, I give up, Lemmings. You disappoint me. How have I managed to miss it? I swear I've clicked on every single track. There it is. Oh, it was bloody number 1. Have this as your stripper music.
Play out 1. Come on! Come on! Pioline.
What would your Mega Drive stripper music be? Let me know. Bum, 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 bum.
Love 15.
One of the Sonic tracks, which one would you strip to? Labyrinth Zone. Slowly pulling down one shoulder and then the other. Jamet's Big Mama. Casino Night.
15, 30.
To be fair, yes, that's a stripper's song, isn't it? Where are we? Let me find it. It's Sonic. I want to put it on. Which one though? 2-player? Da 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 da. Or oh my god, it's hooker music.
30 all.
She's the sleaziest bitch in all of Mobius.
40, 30.
For 50 rings. I'm just gonna stop there. Sonic and the Red Light District Zone. Do 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 do.
Advantage, play out 1.
It'll be a Streets of Rage song. I'm trying to think what would I do for my stripper music. Top of my head. The first thing that came to my mind, and I don't know what this tells you about me, but probably be, where is it?
Advantage, play out 1. Game won by play out
Hysteric Moon's Wonderland. This is Shrek's Wonderland from Batman Returns.
Play out 1.
Just sounds like hard times, don't you think? Like working hard for that money. Do you love me now, Mama? Do, 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 do.
15 all. Come on! 15 30. 15 40. 30 40.
Oh no, do you know? No, I know what I've just thought of what my fucking strip of music would be. Wow, it didn't even occur to me. This is sleaze. If you want to listen to it that way. Tuba Medusa. That was already on earlier, actually. I'm not doing requests right now, but I'll put it on because it's a jam. But is that your stripper song?
Deuce.
Do 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 do.
Hey. Advantage, play out 1.
This is definitely Mega Drive hooker music. Wanna see my high definition graphics?
Deuce. Advantage, play out 1. Game won by play out 1.
Just giving me the idea for a post on social media. Maybe tomorrow's Chakan can be Chakan's hooker music top picks.
Violin 0, play out 1. 5.
At least I won't have to think of a post. Maybe it will be. Maybe.
Love 15. Fault. 15 all.
Do, 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 do.
15 30.
So I'll play you the tube of Medusa. Whoops, a daisy. But before I do that, as if this came on second. This is like WrestleMania. This is hooker music as well. Why is all the Mega Drive music so like sleazy?
30 all.
I'm gonna leave this for a minute. I did not pick this. This came on shuffle. This is definitely like
Violin.
Las Vegas showgirl.
Come on!
Mega sleaze. But no, I wanted to show this song from Star Trek. Where is it? I really like this song from Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, that I've not played before. But it's the same composers as some of the Echo games, like Echo Tides of Time. The reason that I bring this up is because does this not sound like the Tube of Medusa almost? It's not the same, but it's the same vibe and same instruments.
Play out 1. 5 violin. 1. Out. 15 love.
If you didn't know any better, like this could actually just be in Echo the Dolphin too.
30 15.
When I was listening to it, I was like, oh my god, this sounds like Echo Tides of Time kind of music. And then I looked into it and it's like, oh, because it's the same composers.
match, point.
Dun, 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 dun.
Game, set, and match won by player 1.
And then here's the Echo the Dolphin track
0.
that Kevin requested.
Out. 15, love. 30, love. 30, 15. 40, 15. Game won by player 1.
Doo doo doo.
Deep 0.
It is a jam, this is. It's so eerie as well. If you play the game, like this part of the game is like where you have, it's called what's it called? Tube of Medusa. So you have to do these Medusa tubes. It's horrible. It's really difficult. It's kind of like almost the Welcome to the Machine of the Echo the Dolphin Tides of Time, except it's not at the end. It's like an auto scroller on these like water tubes in the sky, but you can fall off them and die. And there's like a giant Medusa jellyfish chasing you at the same time. It's a horrible level.
30, all. Ball. 30, 40. Hey. Deuce. Advantage player 1.
Still need to get myself a copy of Echo 2.
Game won by player 1.
I do have Echo 1, but I don't have 2 yet. I'm not sure if 2's got any differences though. I want to get 2 copies of Echo 1, just because I love it so much and the Western version is different from the Japanese release. So I want the Japanese release for ease of playing, just to look nice with Echo 2. And I'm curious about it, I want to see the differences, but I definitely want the copy that, like the version that I grew up with as well, with the harder difficulty. And the English language would also be nice. Tides of Time though, I'm kind of stuck on that one, I guess. I can't really, unless I got an American version, because the PAL version I think is different. I don't think it's, I don't know if it runs correctly at 60 Hertz. And it might be region locked.
1540. Game won by Steve. Come on!
I did find out today that Chakan is region free and runs fine on everything.
Player 1.
Don't ask me why I was looking.
Love 15. Come on! 15.
Want to play it again? No. No, I'm just developing an obsession.
1530.
Chakan the anywhere, man.
Ace. 30 all. Left first service. 30 all.
Whoa. Do it again.
30, 40. Game won by player 1. Come on! Come on! Player 1, 3, steep.
It's on cooldown. I bet it is. Do, 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 do.
15, love. 30, love.
Do, do, do.
40, love. 1 by player 1. Steep 1, player 1, 4. Love 15. All. 15, 30. Out.
Out.
15, 40. Game won by player 1. Come on! Come on! Player 1, 5, steep.
Oh god, these games go on and on and on. Who decided tennis needed to be a best of 7?
Love.
Probably the last game, I think. And hopefully we've made enough progress to like kind of finish it tomorrow. I don't know what I want to do about the like Legends tournament mode.
30, 15.
I don't know whether to like just get on with it or come back to it later, but I don't want to leave things unfinished. I kind of just want to draw a line under this game.
Point.
I don't know how long it's going to take. I've not even looked at it,
Game and set.
what it entails. But I also kind of don't want to do it after I finish the career mode because it'd be a bit anticlimactic to continue on. But we'll see.
0, player 1, 0. Salt.
I guess if I get it done early.
Love 15.
Can't be that many games. Surely it'll be a tournament of only like so many people, but we have to beat every single legend.
Love 30. Love 40. Game won by player 1. Player 1, 1, steep, 0. 15, love. 30, love.
You've got a secret bonus point.
You've got another try.
30, 15.
Yes.
Forty, 15. Out. Game won by player 1. Steep 0, player 1, 2. Love. Fault.
More stripper music with Barbies. Supermodel.
15 all.
What is this kind of music? What do you call this? Like,
30, 15.
other than sleaze? Is it like, not the blues, but what kind of music is that?
40, 15.
It's a bit like Shadowrun, isn't it? The music that plays in Seattle and stuff. It's got a vibe about it.
Come on!
What do they call this? Maybe jump. Yeah, I think it was not looking at the screen at the time.
Out. Deuce. Ace. Advantage steep. Fault. Game
Oh,
won
bollocks.
by steep.
That is annoying. Here's some more sleaze for you.
Player 1,
With
2,
Zoop.
steep 1.
Should I just make a Mega Drive sleaze playlist? What is it, like rhythm and blues almost?
15 love.
Not in R&B sense, but like... Do 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 do.
15
Maybe I should do that. I'll make a YouTube video. Sleaze playlist. Mega Drive songs to strip to.
30, 15. 40, 15.
You know I'll do it.
Game won by player 1. Steep 1, player 1, 3. Love 15. Love 30. Love 40. Ace. 15, 40. Ace.
Oh, for God's sake.
Deuce. Fault. Advantage player 1. Fault. Game won by player 1. Player 1. 4, steep 1. 15, 15, love. 30, love. 40, love. Game won by player 1. Come on! Steak. 1, player 1, 5. Love 15. 8.
I'm getting closer. Very. Not today, but probably tomorrow. I think tomorrow I'll finish this.
15, 30. Fault.
Only got maybe 1 or 2 more tournaments to go and the final.
Match point. Deuce. Match point. Fault. Come on! Deuce. Ace. Advantage, steep. Deuce. Match point. Game, set, and match won by player 1.
Yay! That'll do for that. So we just got the final now against who? Michael Chang, what a shocker. What I am curious about though, before I exit, I want to have a look and see what the other mode looks like. Like, how many possible rounds will there be? Let's have a look. ATP Senior Tour event, that's the one that's interesting me. So we can choose who to be. Arthur Ashe. There's not that many people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 8. So then 7 possibly if I played one of them. Let's say I play Arthur. What do I do? What's an upset factor? Match 1. You can choose the sets. Oh my god, that'll make this so short. 1 set. Beautiful. Oh. I could just do this tomorrow. Like, easy. It is right now, actually. Let's just do it right now. Let's do the quarterfinal. 1 set. Let's go. Hopefully we can control well. We'll be Arthur Ashe, whoever the hell he is. Oh god, he's slow on his legs compared to Jodie Foster. But it'll do.
Love.
30 love. Woo woo. Bye bye. Good night.
Love.
Thanks for hanging out, Jason.
Game won by.
Game 1 by server. How about game, set, and match? It was only 1 set. Oh, we have to do a best of
Laser,
Icy.
0, Ash, 1.
Lever.
Love, 15. Love, 30.
This is easy.
Love, 40. $15.40. Out.
I'll do this tomorrow though. I need to get some sleep. I might start the stream with this mode, maybe? I don't know. Before we do the final.